Hey everybody, this is Layla, one half of Toby and Layla, coming to you today from Toronto, Canada, and have a very special video coming out for you guys. As you can see, we have Margaux on the line, one half of Josh and Margaux, and I'm just super excited. You are going to wow the women on the women's webinar tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. I am so excited. So I wanted to get you on the line, Margaux, and just ask you a couple questions. But I know that when we met, it was out in Las Vegas, and the thing that really attracted us together was the fact that we were both doing this as couples, branding ourselves as couples. So just tell everybody out there a little bit, about your story, you and Josh, what your accomplishments, and sort of tell people a little bit about you.
Okay, so first of all, Layla, I appreciate you so much. I look up to you a lot. You're a huge inspiration in my life as a woman, as an entrepreneur, as a business person, and both of you, because you're right. We do build this as a couple. And I was so happy to have met you in Vegas, and that's the power of going to events, you guys, is we meet really amazing people, and we come together and form these alliances, and there's such power in numbers of all of us doing this together. So I want to appreciate you and thank you, Layla, for this opportunity. But to get to your question, I am pumped when I talk about this because we have literally, I won't go into detail about our story because you'll hear that tonight. But in a nutshell, we started our journey when we were like 21 years old. And when we got together, Josh and I met in high school, actually. So what we always had in common was we knew we'd never want to work for anyone else. We knew we had to during certain periods of our life, but we always saw into the future and always knew that, we will have the life of our choosing, not the life of someone else's choosing. So I've been, pretty blessed to have a partner who always kind of had that in his mind as well. But I want to, and we've been on this journey since the beginning together. I do want to speak to some people who are maybe thinking, man, I don't have that, but I wish I had that in my life. I want to tell you that it is so possible to have this, even though right now maybe your partner or whomever your significant other is not on the same path. We can gently influence them by our actions. Toby and Layla are an amazing example of two people that are on the same path, growing professionally and mentally at the same time. So Layla, I know I can go off on a tangent about all this stuff, but, I know that you guys know the power of growing together because, in my opinion, if you're not on the same path mentally, you might end up on two different paths. So it's important to influence your partner and help them along this wonderful path of being an entrepreneur and growing mentally together. So that's what Josh and I have done since the beginning. We're excited to kind of bring a bunch of couples with us as well. So
yeah, totally. And I'm so glad that we connected for that reason because we're going to do some really powerful things together in the couple genre. Really bringing people together in that partnership because that's really key. And I know that you agree with me in that because if it wasn't for Toby, it's that partnership, that yin and yang that you have going on, when I don't want to work, he does. So it works out really well. So I wanted to ask you a quick question because this is something that I get asked a lot, especially because Toby and I brand ourselves together and you get contact with people that don't really have that kind of support system in place. They don't have a partner or a spouse that's supportive of what they're doing, and they always ask, because they look to us and see that we have such a great working relationship. They always say, well, what can we do as a person that's doing this by themselves with no support? So what would just be your advice for someone that's maybe a woman out there that doesn't have that much support from her husband or is doing it alone?
Right on. Yeah, I would say to that, I would say a couple of different things. Number one is find yourself motivation wherever you can get it. From books, from audio. I take 30 minutes minimum every single day to fill my mind on purpose with things that are going to keep me motivated, keep me accountable. I'm a pretty self-motivated person, but every single one of us needs that. Wouldn't you agree, Layla?
Yeah,
we need
definitely.
That. Whether or not our partner is with us or not or whatever, that journey, But I will also say that you should never feel alone, because in our industry or in other industries, reach up or reach out to someone who will, keep you accountable and be that partner. We're blessed. There's always someone out there willing to do that. And also on that note, like I kind of mentioned earlier, that old saying, we can't lead a horse to water, or you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Yeah. It is so true. But what we've been really successful at showing individuals how to do, whether they're male or female, and if they're in a relationship that, one of them's negative and they want to lift them up, I always encourage them to, I call it, silently lead them, influence them by your actions, not by your words. Meaning you can talk until you're blue in the face sometimes, and it will kind of go in a downward spiral. But if you're out there moving forward, doing stuff with your life, chances are they're going to say, wow, she or he, they're really getting stuff done. And it's a cool path to be on. Hopefully that's what will happen. So I hope I've answered that question, but that's kind of what we've been doing.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, it all comes back to, like you said, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can try and bring them and drag them, kicking and screaming, but that's not going to work. What really works is doing it. Actually seeing when they see results, when they see things happening, when they see you changing as a person, then if they love you, they'll respect you for that.
Absolutely. And I want every woman especially out there, if you ever feel alone, reach up to someone like Layla. Reach up to someone like me, or out to someone like us who, can get you that motivation, who's been there before kind of thing. It's just so important. That's what I did. When someone says, what is your key to success and all that stuff, number one, I was coachable and I was ready to learn, and I understood that success leaves clues. And I reached out to people who had what I wanted. So again, I want people to do that, and we are so open. And I know Toby and Layla, you guys are amazing at that and helping your team and doing everything that you need to do. So. And that's
the other really cool thing about this women's webinar is that you have a collection. I mean, we generally get about 300 women on this call every single night. And that is a big group of ladies to help you stay accountable, to help keep you motivated. And connecting, plugging yourself into these webinars every single Thursday, it's pretty powerful stuff. I mean, success does happen in numbers, and you're going to achieve a lot more, if you reach out to other women and other ladies that are making it happen, like yourself, Margaux. Awesome. I'm super stoked to get you on the call tonight. I can't wait for your training. If you guys aren't registered, make sure you get to the link below. It's just Women Leaders Unite. It's pretty easy. WomenLeadersUnite.com. Now, Margaux, I want to ask you one more question, because I know that you and Josh have traveled and done some speaking events with some of the biggest names out there in personal development, and you guys have seen the best of the best, really, and really rubbed shoulders with amazing, like Jared Robbins, a personal friend of yours. I mean, he blew our minds at No Excuse Summit. So if you would suggest, just give the ladies out there, kind of a top three, of what they need to be listening to, what they need to be reading, your top three list from Margaux.
Top three? I have like top 300. Yeah. You know what? I mean, literally, some people jive with certain authors and with certain things out there. I mean, I've even recommended like books like Rich Woman by Kim Kiyosaki, just because it's woman specific. It's showing women in any industry that you can be independent, that we need to be independent and get out there and make stuff happen for ourselves, and we can be the leaders instead of just being the followers kind of thing. There's that one. One of the most amazing books that's amazing for anyone to read, and I don't know if you've heard of it, Layla, it's called 12 Pillars. It's by Jim Rohn and Chris Widener. It's such an easy, fun read. It's like a novel, but the story behind it's amazing, and now he has a follow-up to that. What else? There's...
I'm writing that one down because I haven't read it yet, so 12 Pillars.
12 Pillars is amazing, and you can get it just on the Success Store online or whatever, and it's really expensive. And also, The Angel Inside, that's an amazing one. I love Chris Widener's stuff. So today, I guess those are my top three, and there's so much more out there, but you guys just find something that that you resonate with. Find something that when you read, you're not going to want to stop reading, and that gives you this oomph, right? And this urge to go on. So
yeah, actually, we just finished the Crush It book. Have you read that one?
Definitely, that's a good one.
Awesome. It was awesome. It's so powerful, such powerful information there. Okay.
Especially, yeah. Awesome.
The one thing I just wanted you to maybe just share with the ladies out there, just give them like a Reader's Digest version of what you're going to be covering, some of the secrets that they're going to be learning, and why they want to tune in tonight.
Okay, well, I am going to be sharing my story, which a lot of it I'll be revealing some things that not a lot of people knew about that, but I know I'm sharing it for a reason because I know a lot of women are there. But also how to truly separate yourself from the crowd, because our audiences have changed, and in this day and age we need to speak to that audience in a certain way, whether we're building offline or online. I believe the same philosophies apply, and I'm going to name 3 main points how to truly become unforgettable to everyone you meet.
That is awesome.
So there's 3 points out there, and I'm going to share them, and we're going to discuss it. Yeah, I'm just going to have some fun on the call, so thanks, Layla.
Great. Well, I can't wait. To everybody, make sure that you get registered and tune in to Margaux tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. And the link again, womenleadersunite.com. Register below. Make sure you get there. Thanks so much, Margaux, for taking the time to do this interview. I can't wait for your training tonight.
Oh, thanks, Layla. It's my pleasure, and I can't wait either. I'm so excited to be part of this with you guys, and I think we can form an amazing alliance, and you guys have already done that, so I'm gonna follow your lead for sure.
Definitely. Well, we are honored to have you as part of this Women Leaders group, and it's just going to be awesome. So we will see everybody on the call tonight. I know that there's even I've even had some men sending me messages saying, "Hey, can we come too?" So you can come. We're not going to close the doors on the male race, because they definitely could learn from you as well. So thanks, Margaux. Everybody out there, make sure you register, and we will see you guys on the call.